The internet wars of the 21st century are upon us. Our entire world, all commerce, every human activity globally is now being wired through the internet, and its importance is only going to intensify. Of course, it was designed by DARPA and the major Defense Department laboratories as a system to control and track commerce. They told the public it was done to survive a nuclear war. But the program that grew out of that is a system of panopticon surveillance. Now, the internet's a double-edged sword. The people of the world have used it to communicate, to organize. A true, alternative, diverse press has grown. And the system now that they've gotten us addicted to the web is attempting to move in with a program of control to begin curtailing and shutting down the internet as we know it. So in this special report on the heels of the whole SOPA fight, I want to break down just some of the basics here, because SOPA is only the tip of the iceberg. We have the intellectual property treaties that the U.S. is trying to sign that brings in SOPA-style censorship and control worldwide. It's not just SOPA, so these are the threats here. We have domestic laws like SOPA and the IP Act and others. We have all of this going on. Continuing, we have people like Google delisting Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com and many other alternative anti-establishment sites from the Google News search. Not the web search, but the Google News search. They've also lowered our listings and other alternative media listings in the general everything web search. That's a huge issue going on. And again, Google acts like that they're stopping news aggregators when they are a news aggregator, and globally make up about half of what we know as the internet right now, and they're big globalists, obviously, that go to the Bilderberg Group and other meetings. We're also seeing preferred site preference with the big internet service provider companies themselves and the cable companies, where establishment media is being pipelined quicker to people. And if you're not part of the establishment, if you have a dog grooming business or a little local newspaper or whatever the case is, or startup TV system, you're beginning to be censored. And that's the whole peer-to-peer discussions and the whole debate about keeping the internet open and free and basically allowing equal access. So we've got that entire system going on. We also have the built-in surveillance of the internet and all the devices that tie into the internet. I mean, everything from washing machines to other appliances, not just your computers, are all tying into the internet. The smart meters that government uses to not just control how hot and cold your house is, but also decide and track what you're doing and decide how much to charge you and penalize you if they say you're using too much power. It's a total control system. The cell phones now being pre-wired with back doors to have your information downloaded and to have government without a warrant be able to dial in and listen to you audibly or track where you are in real time. The point is, they're setting the infrastructure of the web that ties into everything to totally track and control us. Remember Jesse Ventura's TV show, the police state episode that I worked on so much, that exposed the FEMA camp, NDAA, martial law program before the system was admitting all of this last year. Time Warner Cable and others, we got internal documents, sent actual notices out to their local Time Warner facilities and TiVo and others to go into your DVRs and to remotely erase what was on them. So the point is, they can totally take down anything they want. They could ban my voice across the internet with the Shazam type softwares, put out the order, and then it starts erasing it everywhere, claiming that it's copyright. Any voice print, any music, anything they want. It's in the Kindles, where they erased thousands of books last year that people had bought, that they'd already paid for, just as a test to see if they could do it. You think you own the Kindle. You think you own the software. You think no, you don't. It's running you. It's controlling you. It's spying on you, and you waive your rights when you sign on to this. So these are ways the web is changing, the whole architecture, but not just the web, our entire society, our entire world. This is a system wide attack. Then there's cybersecurity. The Pentagon announcing in all 4 branches of the military that they'll control the web. They'll preemptively attack sites that they don't agree with politically. You've got Cass Sunstein at the White House saying they'll go out and pose as alternative media to cause infighting. And then in the future, they want to have laws to arrest conspiracy theorists. He said people that don't believe in man-made global warming. Whether you believe in that or not, that's your free speech. He's saying arrest you. I mean, this is mainstream news. He says this with a straight face, and now the Pentagon's involved in it. Not just in arresting citizens secretly, but saying they'll shut down whatever they want on the web, separate from law. All of this is already going on. So we just saw last night, mega download, people arrested, no due process, millions of users. They'll shut down thousands of sites to get just one user who's supposedly uploading copyright stuff. Mega download was just an index for people to communicate with each other. Instead of going after the individuals downloading it, they go after the entire system. And this is happening more and more. We're also just seeing all sorts of other attacks, regulations, calls for taxation, state governments, international governments going after it because the globalists are monopoly men. They let you populate the web, fund it with all the software and things that you buy, and your internet company paying your bill for bandwidth every month. And now they want to come in and start shutting down the web that humanity has built and that is quasi-free and convert it completely over to a highly controlled system. They admit this, they call it Internet 2 and advertise it as if it's something new. So this is what's happening. And this is only part of the attacks that are going on. And it's incremental, so it's harder for people to notice. But it's not just governments trying to restrict, it's corporations already doing it. And so that's why we fight on all of these different platforms and establishment systems like Google and YouTube, because they advertise it as YouTube. The community builds it. Now they're making it where the communities can't communicate and they can push the content they want at you. They use our energy to build the system like slaves, and then they shut it down and consolidate it as monopoly men. For free society, for innovation, for everything, we need to keep the web free and move towards more freedom, not less. But there has been a clear launch of all this stuff they've beta tested to begin to really chop up and curtail freedom on the web. The internet war has begun in 2012. They're moving at warp speed on every front, not just with NDAA and SOPA, and the American Medical Association 2 days ago called for forced inoculations nationwide publicly. The tyrants are coming out of the closet because they know we're waking up and there's a global renaissance happening. So they're coming in with both feet to try to shut us down. Please get this report out to everybody. It's so great to see humanity energized fighting SOPA, but that's only the beginning. There's so many other issues, and people are really starting to pay attention, and that's what's exciting. God bless all of you out there that are fighting for freedom. Let's defend free speech, not just here in the U.S., but worldwide. I'm Alex Jones signing off from the front lines of the Info War. Learn more at Infowars.com.